Tofu for Beginners, the different kinds of tofu, how to cook it, and the best method for pressing the water out of your tofu. If you are new to cooking tofu, then this video is a good start, but if you really want to dig into it, I recommend this starter cookbook. If you buy through my link in the description, I get a small percentage, so thanks for that. Tofu is a very versatile dish, and there are many different ways that it can be cooked. However, for the best results, it is important to know the types of tofu, as well as the best methods for cooking the specific types of tofu. But as a beginner to cooking with tofu, I suggest that you just think of tofu as two kinds: soft or firm. Tofupedia.com gives a more detailed explanation. Tofu is categorized as silken, regular, firm, extra firm, and super firm. Silken, the softest type of tofu, can be compared to a young, white cheese. Firm tofu, the most common, has the same consistency as feta, while the texture of super firm can be compared to that of meat. But I would just forget all that for now, and think of it as either soft or firm. Oh, and you will need to know how to press the moisture out of your tofu before using it in most recipes. At the end of this video, I reveal my secret way that not many people know about. You can click the timestamp in the description below to get to this secret method fast. Okay, so let me start with firm tofu. Firm tofu is ideal for making some of the most popular dinner recipes. Its texture is unique and allows it to take the place of many meat-based dishes, making it a favorite for dinner. Firm tofu is dense and solid compared to soft tofu. It will maintain its shape no matter how you cook it, whether you use it in a tofu stir-fry, baked dish, or on the grill. That said, firm tofu is ideal as a meat substitute. When compared to other types of tofu, firm tofu is higher in fat, calcium, and protein, and like most tofu, firm tofu is low in sodium. When it comes to baking, deep frying, stir-frying, and sautéing, firm tofu is the better option. At this point, you might be wondering if you need to press firm tofu. The short answer is yes. Even firm and extra firm tofu requires some pressing in order to be effective in most recipes. So what about soft tofu? Soft tofu can be used a number of different ways, depending upon the recipe. Here are 4 ways you can cook soft tofu. One popular way to cook soft tofu is to puree it. Pureeing soft tofu forms a creamy substance that can be used in sandwich spreads, in place of yogurt and mayonnaise and salad dressings, and as a main ingredient in desserts. Soft tofu can also be whipped and blended to be incorporated into mashed potatoes. Another way to cook soft tofu is in a stir-fry. Most people are under the impression that firm tofu is required to make stir-fry. However, this is not necessarily true. Just know that if you are going to use soft tofu in a stir-fry dish, you will need to first freeze the tofu overnight. Then press out all the water and crumble into small pieces. Even though firm tofu is the most frequently kind of tofu that is baked, soft tofu can be baked as well, though soft tofu is not generally the centerpiece of baked dishes. It does typically act as a binding agent in baked dishes. Here's one cooking tip that most amateur tofu chefs don't know about. You can use soft tofu in a soup, and you don't even need to put in any water. Simply boil the tofu in a pot with the veggies, and the tofu will provide the water for the soup. Now, when it comes to pressing the water out of tofu, it is time to ask, how do you do it? Just so you know, you should only press extra firm, by preference, or firm tofu. Any other kind of tofu is too soft and should not be pressed unless it is frozen first. Here are 3 ways that you can press the water from tofu. 1. Do it yourself. First, drain the liquid from your package of farm tofu. Next, wrap your block of tofu in paper towels. Then, place it on a plate that has a lip to catch the water. Add some additional plates on top and leave for 15 minutes. And you are done. Number 2 is to use a tofu press. Tofu press makes it easy, but then that involves knowing how they work. I found a fun video comparing various tofu presses and left a link for you below. The 3rd way, and my secret way, is to, drumroll please, use a microwave. Not many people know about this trick. Cut your block of firm tofu into chunks. Wrap the chunks in some paper towels. Place in a bowl or a glass baking dish in the microwave for 3 to 4 minutes. When done, carefully remove the wet paper towel and pat dry with some dry paper towels. There you have it. I hope you enjoyed this video and will leave a like. Thanks for watching and be well. Thanks for watching. We upload new videos all week long. Please like and share. And don't forget to subscribe.